Hi there, this is RogueDeckBuilder.com here with match number 3 in the Return to Ravnica Gatecrash Dragon's Mage draft. We are in the finals with Rakdos' aggro. Yeah, we won the dial. Of course we like to play first. Yes, that is always good with Rakdos. Another awesome hand. Definitely not going to mull this. Couple more lands, and this will be a brutal hand for him to deal with. Got the Guild Mage, which is always good. No, we'd not like to mulligan. Our opponent does keep his hand as well. We'll play a Swamp and pass the turn to him. So another green deck. That makes us 3 for 3 for against green decks. So he might not be full green. He might be splash of green like the rest of them, as it seemed that they all got pushed into green with the amount of cards available there at the end. So we'll play the Guild Mage and pass the turn back to him. This is a nightmare for any deck to deal with. One of the better Guild Mages. Works perfectly with Rakdos. And, ooh, that guy's actually a pain in the butt. He's going to do a damage to me every turn, but we can fume him if we need to. And hopefully a 3-drop here? Nope, another Swamp. But now we can cast basically everything. And we can get in here for 3 this turn as we have no other play. So he's going to be able to ramp with the Druid. Going to do a damage to him. And there we go. Alright, so next turn we can fume away the Druid if we need to, or kill anything else. And definitely we can't kill that. Ugh, that's no good. That guy might get out of control, but putting counters on stuff. We can only make it a 0-1. But again, I think the better play is just to swing in with Mr. Guild Mage. And we'll play an Enforcer. He's not going to block here, of course. He's going to go down to 15. Get the Enforcer out. And hopefully we can deal with whatever else. Hopefully it's not a green creature. He just whiffs and casts a pure red creature this turn. But I'm pretty sure a green creature is going to come out, and he's going to... Man, he can really ramp here. He could put a 6 mana cost... No, a 5 mana cost. He did play a land right here. So a 5 mana cost creature out. So a Swine could come out. What's another 5 mana that's pretty consistent here? There's a lot of cards in this format, a lot of big creatures that we're going to have to race him here. Got the Morgue Burst that will act as both removal and damage, so that's good. We can still fumes that Druid if we need to, if I do care about it, depending on what he puts the counter on. And I will make the trade here. I think this is a fine trade, actually, before it starts getting out of control. He may have some sort of pump, but Syndicate Force is a great target for the Morgue Burst. And he does play the Sky Slasher. Didn't see that coming. So I'm going to lose my dude, and unfortunately, he gets the Sky Slasher out. I can Fatal Fume the Sky Lasher. Got a very aggressive start on his part. See if he can actually ramp into another biggie. Puts a Disciple of Old Ways out. I'm pretty sure he's going to throw that on the Disciple. He might want to buff up his Ivy Leaf Denizen even more, but I think he's going to spread out. Yep, definitely saw that coming. So one more... actually, we can get rid of it right now. I think I'm going to do that. I'll attack in first. See if he wants to block with anything. I mean, he could block with the Sky Slasher and the Disciple, and that's pretty bad for us, but I'm at least going to get rid of the Disciple here, and then next turn we're going to be able to Morgue Burst away the Sky Lasher. And I should be in good position. So he's not going to block with anything here. And I might just punish the enemy in response to... Yeah, in response to any sort of trigger that he might put on here. So I'm assuming another biggie's going to come out. And actually, I'm going to do this now so I avoid getting blood rushed. So I'm going to do 3 here and kill off the Disciple. And that way I won't get blood rushed, and basically 2 for 1 on the punish the enemy here. I'm going to end up taking 6 damage this turn. The Morgue Burst is actually, yeah, I could actually use the Morgue Burst to hit him in the face if I want to do it that way. But I'd probably rather just kill off the Skylasher. I mean, 3 damage, though. That's huge, depending on what he puts out here. So it's it looks like the 2 monocolored decks went all the way to the finals. 2 monocolored aggressive decks, which isn't surprising whatsoever, as it looked like the other decks were quite clunky. So I don't wonder why he played this post main. I'm sure he's gonna put it on his own dude, on his tower Indrik. So it might be in my best interest. I still think it's in my best interest to kill the Skylasher. There is a Basilica Screecher. That's going to be nice. I have the Fatal Fumes for the Skylasher, actually, so maybe I do just want to hit him in the face with the Morgue Burst. Or kill off his Druid. That could always be an option. Decision. Yeah, I probably have to kill off the Skylasher here to avoid some damage. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out of this, because this is... I mean, he is just going to beat me down with these biggies. I mean, these Gruul and Celestia decks are the answer to the Rakdos deck. I do have another Punish the Enemy in my deck. I do have another Morgue Burst as well. We do have these Extorts that can hopefully get me back in this. But I'm going to have to find an answer soon. And he is going to get in for 6, so the race is definitely on. And here comes another... Okay, just a Clue Stone. He's probably just going to end up cycling it. I might have to fume away that Druid. Oh, a Cinder Elemental. Yep, we're definitely have to fume away that. So hopefully... I actually want to land here. That'd be... Okay, so not a land. It's the Carnage Guildmage. Unfortunately, I think the Carnage Gladiator. Unfortunately, I think the Guildmage is going to have to sit back and block and just get chumped here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cast the Basilica Screecher. I guess Basilica Screecher could sit back and block. And I'm going to do the Fatal Fumes right now to kill off the Cinder Elemental before he can actually activate it. So I probably will end up throwing the Guildmage under the bus. This is looking very bad for us. He's going to cycle that away. The Gladiator is actually kind of bad for us as well. Yep, I'm going to have to throw one of under the bus here. I want my Extort to try to get me back in this. So we will. I might just be dead to any sort of Blood Rush. There's a number of cards that actually... Man, he got some really good cards. I know a couple other the bears, the 2/2 bears that can be pumped up, are probably in his deck as well. He's going to be able to do damage with the Druid. So I've got to figure out a way to Extort to just keep me away from dying from that. There's the mountain I needed last turn. So we can end up Syndic Enforcer, extorting. But I'm going to have to double block this turn. Probably nothing I can do to get out of this, because he's going to do the damage to me with the Druid. And I'm going to have to double block and unfortunately not kill any of his creatures here. The stupid Ivy Lane Denizen just really did him some work. And he might have a bunch of these. I saw a bunch of these go around. So unfortunately we're gonna lose the game 1. But game 2 I'm hoping for a little stronger draw. I mean, this was a very strong draw though, is the problem. And he can just tap and untap and kill me here with the Druid. So not much I can do. We're gonna end up losing this and going on to the next game. I don't think there's anything in my deck that can, handle it. So there we go. We lose this game, unfortunately. We'll go on to game number 2. He's got a very strong deck as well. As you can see, the 2-color aggro decks are very good in this format. I don't really think there's anything I would change here. The Structural Collapse and Survey of the Wreckage are very bad. The Armed is Sorcery Speed, so again, very bad. I'm going to go ahead and just submit it. All right, so we get an option of playing first, which is definitely good for Rakdos. We'll play first, hope for a great hand here. This is a kind of we got the 2 evasive creatures. I actually have more mountains in this deck than I do have swamps. It's a 9-to-7 ratio. So I'm hoping I can draw into just that 1 of mountain. We also have the Guild Gate. So 10 options, 30% chance every turn basically to draw into a red source. So I'm definitely going to keep this hand. I think we have enough. We have double plays to cast the Basilica Screecher and the Dagger Drum Imp. So we'll go ahead and just lead with the Swamp and cross our fingers for that mountain sooner rather than later. And that is definitely not the card I wanted to see. We will go with the Screecher in case we can extort next turn. And he's actually white. Look at that. Okay, so he had a great draw last turn. He probably did have some white cards in his hand he could not cast. That is not what I wanted to see. We'll attack in here with the Screecher and play the Imp, and we're stuck on our 2 lands. So again, most everything in our deck isn't a dead card besides a swamp. So there's 5 more swamps that are dead cards. And not that actually many. There is some just mono red cards that are dead cards as well. But again, we had a 30% chance last turn to draw. So this is our 3rd turn at 30% chance to draw into a red source, and we get it. There it is. Okay, so now we're in very good shape, as we can either cast the Warmind Infantry or the Guild Mage. I'm definitely going to go with the Guild Mage here. Get some life. That Extort is so important in this matchup. Take him down to a 19, and we will attack in with these 2. Take him down to a 17. We're back up to a 20. So we get a very aggressive start. We do stumble on 1 land drop, but now we're good to go. We can Augur Spree anything that comes out. Those Denizens, of course, will be public enemy number 1. He can ramp into a 5-mana casting cost creature right here, like a Swine or something of that matter, but I think the Augur Spree will be able to take care of it. He's definitely going to attack in here with his Disciple. And I'm going to take 2, which is fine because I'm back down to 18. The life swing for these lifelinkers is going to probably be the difference. I'm in very good shape. And there's a Towering Indrik. Don't know if I care too much about that. We do. We have to spree that. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and spree it, as it is a threat to our flyers. And we will go ahead and get in here for 2 more damage and lifelink one of those back. So he's down to 14, 19. We're both at 4 cards. I'm stuck on the lands. Unreal Connections is a very good card in this matchup. Hopefully will get me back in this game. This is getting very scary with the amount of lands he's playing. He could cast a biggie, and anything like a Maze Runner could come out this turn. Maze Runners are 6 mana, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, he's probably just going to attack in with the Disciple. You got to think he's going to start having to hold that back from my Guild Mage. I think the best play actually here would be to draw into another land and then Underworld Connections it. So now I really can ramp here. And I think what we do is we attack in with everything. And we bait off. He's not going to block with his Axebane Guardian as I can. I mean, he has a Sky Slasher. Could have a Sky Slasher in his hand, but nope. He's just going to take it, and I think a 3/3 might be the better play here, or I might just... Yeah, I'm going to put out a Warmind Infantry, as he's down to a 10, and this becomes a 4/3. Now he's going to have to... I got to believe he's got to take that Disciple back. We still have 14 lands in this deck, so 50% chance to draw a land every turn. That's definitely what we want to do. We want to draw into a couple more lands at least. The Extorter, the Flyer. I can't see us losing this game unless he puts out something crazy like a Double Striker and then a Rampager rampages it. But I think that the Lifelink Extorter is going to get us here. And we did stumble, so a good draw, but we did kind of stumble. Sky Slasher, I guess, is a reacher. There we go. There is our next card here. Now we're in very good position. I will tack in with everything. Could be run into a trap here, but yeah, he's in very, very bad shape now. So if he does block the Disciple into the Guild Mage, I am going to be forced to actually kill it. I'm sure he's going to throw his Druid under the bus of the infantry. No, okay, 1. He taps, no, okay. What is he doing here? Yeah, you want to get your blocker step, guy. All right, so he's going to block Axebane probably into the Guild Mage. Or, not a clue what he's going to do. I mean, I could go a lot of different routes here. If he doesn't decide to block that Disciple of the Old Ways, which I don't think he's doing. It might be worth it to kill that Axebane Guardian. I'm not sure. 4, 5, 6 is getting through. I'd rather just put out a 6/6 Trampler. All right, no, now I have to. Now, so he's making the... I've got to do this here. Got to get him down to -1, -1. And he goes down to 4. Goes down to 3 now. And even if he ramps into like the 2/3/3 Centaurs, yeah, this game's over. I've got 2 evasive creatures and a Guild Mage that he's got to deal with. 2 blockers as well. He's got 2 blockers for the ground. But yeah, this is over unless he can have some sort of reach that can come out. I mean, the Sky Slasher can come out, but I can double Guild Mage, kill it off, and he still takes 1. And then he's back in the same position he was the turn before. So yeah, I mean, this wasn't like a horrible draw for him. I wonder where the 5 cards in his hand are, but he definitely had a very aggressive start. I mean, he didn't activate this and then a turn to actually even do a damage, so he's slipping up a little bit. That's fine. He rests that. Still not much he can do. I guess he still has 3 mana open. 3, 4, 5. But I think even with Extort, though, he's in bad shape. There's the other Swamp. We can actually put out a Spawn. I'm going to go ahead and attack in with everything. This dude's going to become a 4. He's got a block. And all we have to do is Extort the Cryptborn Horror, and we should win. So he's going to block the Druid. He's going to throw the Druid into the Warmind. Nope, he's going to throw the Axebane Guardian into the Warmind. Okay, goes down to a 1. I go up to 20. And that is game, folks. I'll be able to cast the Cryptborn Horror and Extort. All right, turn 8, we win there. So down to the finals, down to the last game. This is the game I don't get to play first. His deck is very scary with him out of ramp. I wonder what he has as far as, big creatures. I could go... Now I kind of want to go the Survey the Wreckage and the Structural Collapse, as it does have answers. Destroying the land and putting a Goblin might actually be really good. I think I might go the Survey the Wreckage instead of I mean, Fumes is actually good. Instead of like a Shadow Slice. I mean, it gives me a 1/1 chump blocker and gets rid of his Celestia Guildgate. Cards like that, which can be... I mean, maybe Bell's Lizard isn't good right now. Yeah, it is. Don't think I'll play it. I don't think Land Destruction is that big of a deal with him. He has so many fixers in his deck. We saw, I believe, 2 Guild Gates and a Key Rune, or a Cluestone. And then he's got the Axebane Guardian and the Zerta Druid, so I don't really think I can really cut him out of a color. I'd want to cut him out of white. But, yeah, so I guess we're the only 2-color deck in this pod. And it happens to be Rakdos, which is one of the better strategies for 2-color. We didn't get the most aggressive Rakdos deck, but we got a very evasive Rakdos deck. So this last game should be interesting. It's definitely our hardest matchup we faced so far. All right, so this is a very powerful hand. We got the Thrall Parasite to start off with, or the Rakdos Guildgate. And I actually might just want to go the Rakdos Guildgate. And while he's mulling to 4, this isn't, or mulled to 5, mulled to 4, this isn't going to be a game. I'm probably going to see a scoop here. Nope, he's going to keep it. And maybe we will go with aggressive Thrall Parasite first turn, depending on what we draw here. If we draw land, all right, I'm gonna throw the Guildgate out, as we want to be able to hit into our 4th drop just perfectly without having to come into play tap. So I think that's a little more I mean, it was just one damage is the difference. One damage is not going to be the difference between winning and losing. He's stuck on 2 forest. He's stuck on land here. This game is all but over. So we will go ahead and attack in with the Thrall Parasite. And I think the Warmind is a little bit better to... Oops, maybe we should tap a red. This guy takes red. And next turn we got the Underworld Connections. So he misses his land drop again. The Basilica Screecher, of course, is amazing. I think that actually is the right play. We'll attack in for 3 here. Too bad this wasn't a game. I feel bad for him. I hate winning due to mulling to 5. But that is magic for you. We're going to go ahead and throw out the Screecher and Extort. But, I mean, I had a crazy, crazy draw to begin with. I mean, it would probably be hard for him to beat this draw either way. I mean, I don't know what's in his hand, but the Underworld Connection is just going to give me crazy card advantage. And, yep. So, now we're going to be able to battalion off this Warmind infantry. Double Extort off of this Underworld Connections. Actually, I want to actually draw a land here, or draw a card instead. I could have played the Spy and actually gone for the kill. That's kind of dumb on my part, but I'd rather just draw a card and for sure seal the deal. And he's going to scoop right here. He misses his... He's not going to be able to cast anything with triple green. Verdant Haven goes to a 10. So he's still alive. But, I mean, we sick card advantage on our part. There's a Bellis Lizard. That's kind of the worst thing for him. We attack in here with 6 damage. I don't think I can quite extort him to death. Oh, yeah, we can, actually. So, Bellis Lizard. Nope, not quite. Goes to 2. I'm going to actually draw a card right now. And there's a Rakdos Drake. Alright, so nothing he can do. I can just extort him to death. He'll scoop here. And we win. So not much of a game. Game 3, but this Rakdos deck went the entire way in the Swiss draft here on the release queues. I'm glad this one finally taped. This is my 3rd attempt at this, and this is actually not even... This is kind of boring deck compared to the other 2 decks that I have drafted. But now I think I'm going to go back and try that land destruction strategy and see if it actually works. And plus, it's like a rogue strategy, so we can actually incorporate rogue deck building into a draft. Anyway, I assume he's going to be scooping here. I'll quit talking here and just cut it out when he decides to actually play anything here. I doubt he can. Yeah. We'll just cast something and extort here. So play this, and I guess the Rakdos' Drake is the cheapest. So extort, and don't stall, my friend. There's nothing you can do. And that is... Come on. Come on. Just one click. All you gotta do is just click once. A War Leader's Helix comes out. Oh no, that's not really going to do much. I think I still... Well, maybe that actually gets him back in. Alright. So, he's actually back in this game. He had a pretty powerful hand, actually, with the War Leader's Helix, but... yeah, we'll unleash it. And he's dead anyway, so... Close but no cigar. All I have to do is pump my... Bellis Lizard, and he still dies. So there we go, turn 7, we win off the stumbling to 5, and then missing his land drops. Probably has a pretty powerful deck. I didn't want to win that way, but a win's a win. That's magic for you. It's just those variants happen. Here's our packs. It's not going to give us our packs now, but as you can see, we won that. This is Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.